Hi everyone. Hello Sylvia. Hello Dana. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining. We're just going to give it a couple more seconds just to allow as many people to join as possible. I hope you are keeping cool in this lovely warm weather. And we will shortly start our skincare session. Just to let you know, it will be recorded. So if you do not want to appear in the recording, please do keep your camera off. And if I could ask everybody to mute themselves as well. You will have an opportunity to ask questions in the chat, and we will get through as many of them as we possibly can at the end of our quick chat with the lovely Dr. Alia. But yes, we'll just give it a couple more minutes and then we will get started. So thank you so much for joining in the meantime. And hello everybody who's coming on. Dr. Alia, it's very sunny where you are. I feel that you need some mist to mist yourself.
I wish I had sun right now, but I have reapplied my sunscreen. I just want everyone to be aware.
Very important. Very
Doesn't
important.
matter what the time is, I have reapplied it.
Very important, very important. Lovely. So I am going to get started. Thank you so much for joining everybody. My name is Christina Salcedas. I'm Global Director of Education for Aromatherapy Associates, and I am delighted to be here to introduce our new skincare range with the amazing Dr. Alia Ahmed, who is our psychodermatologist who's been supporting us throughout this launch. So thank you so much for joining. I know it's been a bit of an afternoon for you, yeah, we're thrilled to have you. I'm gonna just repeat the housekeeping just because we are recording this session. So if you do not want to be recorded, please do pop your cameras off. And also if I could ask everyone to mute themselves just so that we can have a clear audio throughout the recording. Any questions that you would like to ask, please go through into the chat. We will answer as many of them as possible. At the end of our talk. Just to let you know as well, we have some amazing prizes for you to win today. The best one will come last, which is a full skincare routine worth over £300. We have a mist and a hydrating cream to gift as well as a balm. So do keep listening in. There will be some questions asked, and the winner will be picked at random by one of our fantastic Aromatherapy Associates team who are hiding in the background. But as I asked, if we can just get your cameras off, if you don't want to be filmed, mute yourselves, and we will get off to a start shortly. Just to let you know as well, we do have an amazing code this afternoon, which is SKIN10, so that's £10 off any skincare purchase, but that is only for today up until midnight. You also get a free face cloth and a 1 ml facial oil on any spend of £35 site-wide, and that is for the rest of the month too. And yes, and I am just going to introduce myself again for those of you who just started, and I'm just going to very quickly see if I can mute anyone that's not. Give me 2 seconds because I want to see if I can mute everybody, and I believe I don't want to mute myself because that's not going to be handy. Give me 2 seconds. Mute me. No, I want to just very quickly mute. Bear with me. If I can. No, I think most of you on mute. Just one last person on. Unfortunately, I can't mute that person for some reason. But I've been informed that my team can, so I'm going to leave that to them. So once again, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to go through our phenomenal new skincare range this afternoon. I'm joined with the amazing Dr. Alia Ahmed. She is a consultant dermatologist for the NHS, but she is also an executive committee member for Psychodermatology UK, which she's going to tell us all about shortly. My role at Aromatherapy Associates, I am the Global Director of Education. So I head up anything to do with creating treatments, the protocols, and how we educate all therapists that go that do our treatments within our spas. But today I'll be introducing you to our brand new skincare, as mentioned. But to kick us off, and actually for me, it's the most kind of important part of our concept for the skincare is psychodermatology. So Dr. Alia, I would love to ask you if you could give us an introduction to what is psychodermatology, first of all, and what kind of made you go into that realm of dermatology?
Absolutely. I love talking about this. So hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. We really appreciate your time. So yeah, my name's Alia. I'm a dermatology consultant, and I have a special interest in the psychological impact of skin, hair and nail conditions. And this is otherwise known as psychodermatology. My background is that actually before studying medicine, I completed a degree in psychology with clinical psychology. And that's where I really sort of honed in on the mind and skin reality and the relationship between the two. And I mean, your mind and stress levels, for example, affect your whole body, but they do also affect your skin. So that's where my interest started. And I went on and did medical training and then dermatology. And then I specialized in psychodermatology. So it's been quite a long journey. The way that we describe psychodermatology, really, it's the part of dermatology that considers your mind and skin together. So it's not just about a written prescription for a cream or an ointment. It's about everything else that goes alongside it. So we talk about your diet, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about your stress levels, we talk about relationships and how you manage your life. So we really want to know what's happening when you're not in the room with us, as well as when you're in the room with us. So we like to get the whole picture. And it's a very holistic way of treating someone. We also, one of my colleagues talks about psychodermatology as two sides of the same coin. And I really like that way of describing it, because on one side of the coin are those people that come to us with dermatology issues or skin issues or hair issues that have had a profound psychological impact. And that's conditions like acne or rosacea or hives, for example. And then the other side of the coin are those people that come to us primarily with psychiatric issues, but they're presenting to dermatology. So that's like body focused repetitive behaviors. So skin picking, for example, or hair pulling. So it's a very exciting and innovative field. And I'm really embracing the skincare element of it as well, because what I'm trying to tell my patients and my clients is that your skincare is also part of your self-care. And we're really trying to use that as a form of stress management almost, and something that people can do every single day without having to think about it. So that's what I'm about anyway.
And we've spoken a lot about this before, but I really want you to kind of tell us again the fact that our skin has its own stress response mechanism, which I was kind of blown away by when you first spoke about it. Can you kind of tell us a little bit more about that? Oh, I think we might have lost Dr. Alia, so just bear with us a few moments. For those of you who've just joined, I know there's a couple of people who joined us, just to say that we are delighted to have you. And we are just talking about psychodermatology and how our mind has a clear connection between how we're feeling and how our skin is looking. One of the things that we always kind of talk about and we use as an example is, that feeling of when you come back from your holiday and everyone says to you, "Oh, you look fantastic." Well, yes, of course I do, because we've been well rested, we've eaten properly, we've actually rested, and it's that impact of that rest and repair that reflects on our skin. Whereas on the complete opposite, if we are constantly in that fight or flight mode, yes, our skin will not have that time to repair, because that's when our skin is repairing, when we're resting, sleeping, or just in a state of relaxation or a state of what we like to call homeostasis. That's when the skin is repairing. So it makes complete sense to us when we started kind of looking at the concept, actually, how are we going to create a new skincare range? It made complete sense. Our body care really dives into actually how you're feeling, and we respond to that with blends of essential oils that will help with that. But for skincare, it makes complete sense. So we are really, really fortunate to have this connection and scientifically proven. The fact that things like eczema, psoriasis, we know they flare up when you're stressed. We know that they flare up if you're not looking after yourself, i.e. not eating correctly, maybe not sleeping enough hours, and not allowing yourself to have that time to yourself. So I think Dr. is having a bit of some connection problems. So I'm going to just start off by introducing the range to you. Like I said, first of all, the concept, psychodermatology, that mind-skin connection is the main concept behind it. Obviously, aromatherapy, closely followed behind. So we have created a new blend that covers everything in terms of what it does for the skin, as well as what it does for the mind. So we have blue tansy in there, which is a beautiful floral kind of berry-like aroma, really great antioxidant, helps to calm the mind and the skin. We've also got in there, you've got sandalwood, which is an ingredient that we have used in the past with skincare. A beautiful blend for the mind, really grounding is sandalwood. In terms of the skin, very soothing. Ours actually comes from Australia. Our manufacturer actually, we are super proud to actually work with our supplier of sandalwood, because actually 50% of that company is owned by the indigenous people of Australia. And in terms of sustainability, when we get our batch, we can actually know exactly where that has come from, what plot has come from, how old the tree was, and for every tree that is actually cut down to collect the essential oil, another one is planted. So we've got blue tansy, sandalwood as essential, and the last essential oil in that blend is jasmine, which is one of my absolute favorite essential oils. It's a euphoric oil, really uplifting for the mood, but very regenerative for the face. So we have chosen these essential oils, like we've said, for their connection with the mind and what they do for mind and body, but also what they do for skin. Jasmine has that beautiful kind of floral, fruity, quite a sweet aroma, but put them together, it just is a beautiful aroma. And as Dr. Alia was saying, we have made sure that these products are to be used not just to clean your skin, not just to hydrate your skin, but actually with the therapy at heart of where our company has come from. We were founded by 2 aromatherapists who worked in clinic and worked with essential oils to help people improve their skin and their mind and body. So the essential oil blend really kind of is one of the key components of our skincare. Not only that, we've also got some amazing botanical actives in here, things like squalene. You've got vitamin C to help brighten the skin. We have niacinamide. It is packed full of these actives to ensure that actually all the ingredients that you want to find in your skincare are in there. And not only that, we've also put in into all the skincare products, we've got our skin stress relief technology, 2 ingredients that thrive in difficult climates and difficult conditions. And when we extract that and apply it to our skin, it actually biomimics the same effect on our skin, and really helping sort of keep our skin as healthy as possible. All those 3 combined, we have actually trademarked as our BioActive complex. And that is one of the things that makes our skincare quite unique, our BioActive complex. Not only that, obviously the fact that it's all underpinned by sustainability. So we are a B Corp organisation, so that means that we stand for both people and planet as well as profits. So we are looking after people and planet consistently. And we have been B Corp since 2010. We have been awarded our Leaping Bunny as well, so certified Leaping Bunny, so cruelty free. Not only that, but the products are dermatologist approved, as well as being approved suitable for sensitive skin, which is really important to us. We kind of really wanted to myth bust this whole concept of essential oils not being great for the skin. In the right blend, in the right potency, they are amazing for the skin. Not only that, we have also tested them all to be non-comedogenic. That means that they will not block your pores. Again, a kind of myth of utilising oils on skin. So that is a kind of a little overview of our. Oh, and one more thing actually, I forgot to mention is this is a capsule collection. We really wanted to ensure that the products were easy to use, and not only for our consumers but also for our therapists and spas. We wanted to make sure that actually, it's it's suitable for all skin types. Different ingredients in there will let you know what type of skin it will be best for. But also the fact we wanted to make sure that you are using minimal products in terms of your skincare regime. We don't want to take up more of your time. So lots of products are actually multi-use. They can be used around the eye area. We've ophthalmology tested them as well to make sure they're okay to use around the eye area. And last but not least, the one thing that again stands out for me and really kind of plays on our expertise in spa and as therapists, every single retail box that we have will have a little QR code just on the bottom here. If you scan it, it will take you to a really beautiful short technique, shall we say, on how to apply your product and how to enhance your product usage. Instead of just applying a product and rubbing it all over your face, washing it off, a simple sweep and a press on the temples, for example, an inhalation of the product, just slowing your movements down, making sure that actually you're taking that moment, as Dr. Alia was saying, of self-care. So bear with me just 1 second. I'm going to very quickly have a quick look at the chat. I think we're all here. And I'm going to start going through our products. So again, as I mentioned to you before, and thank you, Katya, love skincare as a self-care ritual, 100%. There is nothing better. The first thing I do when I come home, lenses come out, makeup comes off, and you feel like a different person. So 100%. So skincare can absolutely be your self-care ritual. That small time to yourself. Just to kind of recap, as we're going through the products, we have a Skin 10 discount code for our on our website this evening. It is only for today, so it ends at midnight. So that's £10 off skincare purchase today. We get a free face cloth and a travel size facial oil on any purchase over £35. That's site-wide, that's for the month. And I believe, yay, we have Dr. Alia back. Welcome back. I have to ask you before anything happens again, Dr. Alia, there is one thing that we at Aromatherapy take really, really seriously. When we do our treatments, we always consult with our guest, with our client and our guest before they hit our treatment couch. And I know that you do this as well. Can you talk about what's the importance of that that consultation?
Yeah, so actually I was lucky enough to have my facial done by you, Christina, with the new range. So that was the first time I'd been introduced to the whole concept of how you do things at Aromatherapy Associates. And what I loved was that you asked about my skincare concerns and you asked about my skin, but additionally, it was all about my well-being. There was a whole well-being section. So there was like a questionnaire that I had to fill out. And actually, this follows the same sort of note as my consultation. So yes, I'll ask people about their skin and say, okay, so tell me about what's been happening with it. But I will also ask those other questions, tell me about your stress levels, tell me how are you sleeping, what are your goals, what are your expectations. And again, this is just part of that whole holistic element of when we see people that have got skin conditions and skin concerns, because it's a little bit of everything actually. It's about the right product, it's about the right timing, it's about consistency, it's about using the product in the right way and the right mixtures of ingredients. So the way that the consultations that you do and the ones that I do actually are very, very similar. Now, I know that I dropped out while I was talking. So do you want me to go back and talk about the stress and body connection?
You know what?
Or am I now in the middle of your
no,
product?
Not at all. It was perfect timing. Absolutely go back, because again, I think it is quite fascinating.
You might need a breather anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, talk about the definitely tell us about that that's the skin stress response, because that is fascinating.
Yeah, so we all have a stress axis that lives in our brain, and that's called the HPA, or the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. So it starts in the brain and it ends in the body. And whenever you feel emotionally distressed or you feel stressed, your body releases the stress hormone, which is cortisol. And cortisol has got far-reaching effects on all organs, including the skin. It's pro-inflammatory, so it can cause or drive skin conditions. It can also cause dryness of the skin, itching of the skin. It can cause flushing. It can cause issues with oil production. It can also cause pigmentation and lines and wrinkles. So there's lots and lots of things that stress can do. And not only do we have this axis in our brain, but we also have the same axis in our skin. So that's called the peripheral HPA axis. So when people sometimes come to me and I think that their skin problem may be related to stress, for example, they'll say, yeah, but that stress was, 2 years ago. I can't still be stressed about it. Or I've changed my job now, it's not the same job, but my skin hasn't changed. And I'll say, well, actually, it's probably because your skin axis hasn't forgotten the stress, whereas your brain axis has. So it sort of carries on. So your skin almost takes on a life of its own. And this is what's unpredictable about skin and the way you feel, because this is how the relationship between the two is so changeable, and it varies according to hormones, it varies according to the time of the year, it varies according to how you're feeling. So it's really important to be in tune with your skin. And when we've looked at the peripheral HPA axis in people with, for example, eczema, we know that when this axis is activated, they tend to lose water from the skin really, really easily, and they lose good fats from the skin really easily. And then what happens is lots of allergens get in and drive their skin conditions. And I think the same sort of process is happening in many other skin conditions as well. So yes, you have a central HPA and you have a peripheral HPA.
Now, again, I'm convinced that's why they always say kind of sort of massage, and including facial massage, sort of helps to kind of de-stress. And does have actually benefits for skin, and that just makes sense now. That makes complete sense. Yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, we could definitely talk about psychodermatology for hours and hours and hours. I literally had just started talk about the concept, so we're going to move on to products. But I will be asking you shortly, Dr. Alia, so don't go away yet. We're going to start off first of all with our cleansing products. So the daily products that you should be utilizing to cleanse the skin, clean away the day. We have two cleansers. We have our cleansing balm and the oil to foam cleanser. Our cleansing balm, so when we're doing facials, for example, this is our first cleanse. And what we use to remove makeup. So a beautiful balm that goes onto the skin, and then it literally melts away any makeup, any dirt and grime off the skin. You then emulsify it with some water. It turns beautifully milky on the skin. You've got blue tansy in there, so it smells absolutely beautiful. Again, this is the kind of product that when you're starting off your skincare regime, that you should really kind of take the time to inhale, take a few deep breaths in, get yourself into that frame of mind of, okay, it's my time now. It's the day is over. So first cleanse, blue tansy is what gives our cleansing balm, our nourishing cleansing balm, its color, and it's actually the chamazulene. It's a chemical component, and they're called chamazulene, that gives this beautiful blue color to the nourishing cleansing balm. That could be your first cleanse if you'd like to double cleanse, or it's a great one for any drier skin, someone who likes a balm. As you mentioned, that whole thing about treating your skin differently depending on the seasons. Again, I would definitely see people using this more so in winter times when it's the atmosphere is colder, harsher. But equally, as I said, if you prefer a balm to cleanse your face, it is beautiful. Then we have the oil to foam cleanser. So this is great for an oily combination skin. This is really good as like that quick cleanse in the shower. I leave mine in the shower, and then I can actually remove all my eye makeup with it as well. So you can actually see how much it foams up. This one, as I said, it comes out in an oil. You then emulsify it with water, and then it becomes lovely and foamy like that. It is I have to admit, this is my favorite one. I love it. I keep it in the shower. It's my quick go-to if I have to kind of really quickly just remove my makeup. Both of those you can use around the eye area to remove your eye makeup as well. So really two beautiful cleansers, your squeaky clean oil to foam cleanser and the beautiful nourishing cleansing balm. Then you've got your hydration boost mist. So this one, you've got rose water in here, which makes it smell absolutely beautiful. You've also got niacinamide in here. Now, niacinamide really, really helps to kind of, oh my gosh, I've lost my word. Stop that, I ate my pause.
It replenishes the skin barrier. There you go.
It does replenish, thank you. Yes, it does replenish the skin barrier, absolutely. Also helps to kind of minimize pores. That's what I was trying to get to. Helps to kind of minimize your pores. It is, so for me, this is kind of like if you use a toner, for example, you could be applied onto cotton pads or literally directly onto the skin. this is my go-to at the moment. If I get too hot and flustered, if it is a kind of, I just want a quick zhuzh, shall we say, this is beautiful. If you are going on holiday, you can pop it into like a little, decant it into a little bottle, pop it in the fridge, cool it down, and then literally you can keep spraying it onto and see. And actually, do you know what? Of an evening, on these hot nights, if you're finding it hard to sleep, definitely put it into a little bottle, put it into the fridge, and then take it out, and then you can at least spritz it if you are waking up and feeling quite hot. So those are your kind of your daily cleansing products. Always cleanse and tone your skin. Then if you were doing like a little mini facial at home, you would then move on to your exfoliator. So we have something called the resurfacing exfoliator. In terms of ingredients, you've got AHAs in here. You have crushed raspberry seeds. It's upcycled raspberry seeds. So the oil, we have a raspberry seed oil in our cleanser. That oil, once the oil's extracted, the seeds left over are dried, macerated, and then we pop them into the resurfacing exfoliator. So not only do you have your AHAs in there, which are your fruit enzymes that will help to, like the Pac-Man, that will eat away at all your dead skin cells. Not only will you have that, so if you don't like a scrubby scrub, you could just apply it and leave it on. If you do like a scrubby scrub, then what you think, once it's been left on, let's leave it on 7 to 10 minutes, depending on your skin type. Then literally with some water, just start physically exfoliating your skin, focusing on any areas, you know, like sort of the T-zone, for example, around the kind of the corners of the nose. This really is my quick fix. If I get caught out and I have to go out of an evening, I think, oh gosh, I need to present myself. This is a really good one that you can kind of just apply, do whatever you need to do, maybe go and iron whatever it is that you need to wear out, and then remove. It's a beautiful, beautiful product. It can be used 2-3 times a week. Like I said, apply it, leave it on, and if you do like a scrubby scrub, then you can exfoliate as you normally would do and wash off to leave the skin beautifully soft, but super, super bright as well. So really good product. That's £40. You've got and yeah, I forgot to mention the organic. There's organic frankincense powder as well, which is again is a upcycled ingredient. So you'll notice there'll be lots of different ingredients in here that are upcycled ingredients. Again, we have made sure that throughout the range, even down to the packaging, that it's recyclable. We've used FSC stewardship, our packaging, our cardboard is all forest stewardship accredited packaging that can be recycled as well. So everything has been underpinned by our sustainability credentials. So once you've exfoliated, you're going to apply your serum. So now we're going to start the kind of leave-on products. Your serum really is your kind of your treatment pre-oil. You've got alpine rose stem cells in here. You've got prebiotics which enhance the skin's barrier, and you've got our skin stress relief technology in there, which reduces inflammation. So it goes on nice and really easily absorbed. Beautiful aroma. So you've got that sandalwood, that blue tansy in there. This I like to apply really lovely and slowly sort of draining away any excess fluid from the face and just pressing into my temples after each stroke. This is a multi-use product. So if you have, if you want to use something around the eye area, you can actually use your serum as your eye product as well. So apply a smaller amount around the eye, the ocular bone, to allow the skin to just absorb what it needs. You don't need to apply it over, just on the ocular bone, and then you can apply to the rest of the face, not forgetting neck and décolleté. That's another thing I think we kind of always have a tendency to forget. We should be applying our skincare all the way down to the décolleté. So that's our our Radiance Boost Serum. Then we move on to our oil. So if you were doing a facial, you would be massaging with these oils. That we have 3 different oils in our collection. The first oil is our Pro Barrier Boost Face Oil. Now that is our new blend, as I've said, the sandalwood, blue tansy, and jasmine. This is a great oil. It's got moringa oil in there, which helps to replenish your skin. 93% agree that their skin felt smoother and softer when we did some trials right at the beginning of the launch. How to use a facial oil. If you've never used a facial oil before, then start using it at night time until you kind of get used to the texture and the feel on the skin. There is nothing better than oil on the skin. I think people have this concept of not or worry about using oil, there is nothing better. Our skin, as Dr. Alia said, our skin produces oil, and obviously as time goes on, that production does slow down. So by using an oil at home in your skincare regime, you are simply allowing your skin that respite, and allowing it to kind of keep the skin nice and supple, keep the skin soft. With this particular oil, 2 to 3 drops into the palm of your, with all the oils, 2 to 3 drops into the palm of your hand, warm it up, apply it onto the face, and onto the neck and décolleté. And if you do want a little quick facial massage routine, again, just scan the code on the QR code on the back of the retail packaging, and it will take you straight through into how to use it, and how to enhance the use of the product. The second oil in the collection is the Pro Glow Facial Oil. Pro Glow Facial Oil, you've got vitamin C oil in there to help brighten the skin and give you radiant and brighter skin. You've also got in there rose oil, really helps to repair the skin. Rose is one of those kind of oils that have been around for centuries on skin, and there's a reason why. I always believe that if something's stood the test of time, there is a reason why. And rose is one of those particular oils. I remember our founders, I mean, they had beautiful skin. And every single skincare product they had rose oil in there. Rose stimulates circulation within the skin, really helps to stimulate regeneration in the skin. It is a skincare must. So Pro Glow Facial Oil, anyone with sort of dull, tired looking skin or just needs a bit of a zhuzh, the Pro Glow Facial is for you. And then last but not least, controversial, a lot of people probably will say, is the Pro Calm Facial Oil. In terms of essential oils, we've actually also got lavender and ylang ylang in here, as well as bakuchiol, which is amazing to help refine skin texture. You've got apple seed oil for that cell regeneration as well. But this particular oil is phenomenal for anyone with an oily combination skin, anyone who has a tendency to break out. Do not be afraid to use oil. I can't recommend it highly enough. Start using it at nighttime. Use it over a serum and underneath the moisturizer, or just on its own as well. Apply it, just leave it on and let it work its magic. Oil, our skin creates oil, so just feed it oil, let it regenerate, so let it regulate itself. But yeah, Pro Calm Oil, anyone with oily combination skin, it is a must. Definitely must have product. So once you've applied your oil, so if you were doing a little bit, like I said, mini treatment, this is the one that you would use to massage your skin with. You would then apply a mask. Our mask is the hydrating gel mask. In terms of ingredients, you've got prebiotics again, and really help to rebuild the skin's natural protective barrier. You've got vitamin B5, really hydrating and brightening the skin. As you can see by the texture, this is super hydrating. Really, again, super easily absorbed into the skin. Apply, what I like to say is apply a layer that you can actually see. It doesn't have to be super thick, but at least almost like you've got yogurt on your skin, should we say. So you can at least see it is on your skin. Allow yourself 7 to 10 minutes to just stop. Whatever it is that you like to do, whether it might be reading a book, it might just be closing your eyes and having a little bit of meditation, it might be doing a breathing exercise, it could as well be listening to some music. Whatever it is, the mask will be a great opportunity for you to be able to do that. Yourself a little scalp massage, for example, as the opportunities are endless. But your mask, again, is your kind of your weekly treatment, shall we say. So 2 to 3 times a week. Once you've exfoliated, please don't use a mask unless you've exfoliated. You need to get rid of all the dead skin cells first before you apply, your mask onto the skin. Leave the mask on, and then any excess you can wash off should you need to. But if it's all been absorbed, then you can go straight on to the last layer of your skincare regime, which is your cream, your moisturizer. The last layer. We've got 2 different creams in our collection. We have a Hydro Plump Gel Cream, which we have, let me just get this, so 95% agree that it's the perfect lightweight moisturizer. It's one of our hero products. Super light texture, really nice for this kind of weather, really absorbs quickly. Equally really good for someone who has an oily combination skin, or if you prefer to have like a day cream and a night cream, this would be your day cream. Or again, as I said, if you prefer a lighter texture of cream, then this is the one for you. Apply over, like I said, over your serum, over your oil, or you can use it on its own as well. If, however, you prefer to have a, now you know which one I use the most of, and my secret is out. If you prefer a richer texture, a richer consistency, the intensive rich cream will be the one for you. Completely different texture. This is my favorite. It's like silk on the skin. So nice and rich, great for a drier skin. Great for a night cream if you prefer to have a night and a day cream to change it up a little bit. Equally good, really good if you're a skincare wardrobe person, i.e. you like to use something during the summer and something during the winter. This is definitely your winter wardrobe for your skin. Really easily absorbed. In terms of ingredients, you've got plant stem cells again, and then you've got prebiotics, and sodium hyaluronic again to hold the moisture in the skin, plump out the skin, leaving it super, super dewy and radiant. So that is us in a very quick nutshell. Dr. Alia, I'm going to ask you first of all, what is your favorite product before I start doing some prizes to see if people have been listening to us. What is your favorite, and what can't you live without?
Yeah, so I like the mist actually, yeah. And today would have been a perfect day for me to have it with me. But the reason I like it is for two things actually. One is because I often, because of my work, I do still quite regularly wear a mask, so I quite like a bit of a refresh during the day. And also, work can be stressful, as I'm sure most of us know, that your days can be stressful, and it just gives me literally 5 to 10 seconds of just, this is my moment. And it doesn't take very long, and everybody obviously at work sees me do it. I don't have any inhibition on using anything that I want to during my day. So I think that's what's really nice, because it gives you a moment away and it just refreshes you and just gives me that little boost. And just one tip I wanted to give actually, yes, with regards to products, is that I think people get sometimes a bit overwhelmed. Oh, a serum and an oil and a moisturizer. So what I tend to say to my clients and patients is that actually, for example, if we concentrate on the evening, which is where people have the most time, why don't you start your skincare routine like as soon as you get home? So when you get home, if you've worn, whether or not you've worn makeup, you've usually got the grime of the day on your face. So most people may want to take off the makeup or wash their face at least. So you could cleanse your face at that point, and then you can put on your serum. And then for sometime later after your dinner, you can use your facial oil. And then before bed, you can use your moisturizer. So there is a way of doing it without it actually taking too much time. It's just moments, just picking the right moments in your evening or your morning routine.
Great. No, absolutely. And do you know what, the other thing I remember sort of, which was kind of a light bulb moment, you don't have to, as you say, you don't have to use everything at the same time. Pick and choose. It could be a serum and a moisturizer in the morning. It could be your serum and your moisturizer and your oil at night time, for example. So yeah, it has to fit in with your lifestyle. It has to fit in with you, and your skin as well, because every skin is different. Before actually we just move on, there's one last thing I actually wanted to ask you, which was in terms of if there was one key takeaway for everybody today to kind of improve the health of their skin, what would that be? What would that be?
So I am a big advocate of this holistic management. So you have to take into account several things. And when it comes to your skincare, then I think it's really important to be consistent. So when you're building products in, you build them in slowly, see what you get used to, and then you can pick and choose what you like. And also using your skincare as self-care. So you really enjoy it and it becomes something that you look forward to, because you're more likely to stick to it then. And then I do always have a few little extras. You know me by now. So I really advocate that, if you want your skin to have the most support that you can give it, you need to have the right amount of sleep. So at least 7 to 8 hours. And I would say not going to sleep at midnight. I would say at 10:30 being the latest time. I know that's difficult for some people, but your skin repairs overnight. So, and your cortisol levels dip overnight. So you need to get the right amount of sleep at the right time. Antioxidant rich diet, probiotic rich diet, and also taking some time out for stress management. So these are my sort of top tips, as it were. But definitely I would say to be consistent wherever you can, whether it be with your diet or your fluid intake or your sleep or your skincare and self-care. The consistency part of it is really important.
Yeah, no, completely. I hear you. And yeah, the sleep I definitely think is one of those things that, you know, everyone takes for granted until you know, it comes to a point where you can't. So, and also the stress management, I think, again, this is why we wanted to make sure that actually our skincare almost helps you with that, i.e. the essential oils that have been picked for this skincare range not only work for the skin but also for the mind. So you are allowing that kind of that micro moment of self-care to really kind of enhance the skin look and feel. So thank you for that. And we actually have got quite a few questions, but before I go on to those, I'm gonna do the first prize giveaway. So fastest finger first. Well, not fastest. No, apologies. You're going to pop you're going to put your answer in the chat, and it will be picked at random. So the balm, our beautiful, nourishing, cleansing balm. What is the ingredient that gives it its beautiful blue color? What is the beautiful ingredient in the cleansing balm that gives it its blue color? So Dr. Alia, unfortunately, you cannot participate. So I will kind of go on to the question now, and then we can go back to another prize. My trusty team are going to pick the winner at random. So first question, does the cleansing balm leave a film on the skin after cleaning it off? No, it leaves your skin just beautifully supple, and there's no film, so you can then, you know, if you do want to tone afterwards, absolutely fine. If you're going to apply products afterwards, no film whatsoever, just leaves it comfortable. That's the one thing I always say, is your cleansers should leave your skin comfortable, not stripped back, not tight, not dry. So no film after cleansing with the balm.
And make sure you wash things off properly. I think we don't tend to wash off enough, as in right temperature of water, gentle, but make sure you do spend, because we take a lot of time putting it on, and then we spend about 3 seconds taking it off.
So do you know what? Well, there we go. There's a free face cloth that will help actually remove products if you spend £35 site-wide this month, and you also get a little facial oil free of charge too. Another question, is there any product that contains primrose oil? Interesting. Do you know what? We have rosehip seed oil within our foam cleanser. We have, I've got rose oil in the Pro Glow. You know, we can come back to that. We can find out who asked, because I've got a feeling yes, but it won't be one of our key ingredients, hence why it's not kind of named, but we will find out and we will let you know. I'm currently at home recovering from some surgery, and my skin seems to have become very dehydrated. I'm due to go back to work with a stressful job in a couple of weeks and would like an oil to put in my diffuser to help on a daily basis. What would you suggest? Yeah, do you know what? There is nothing quite, actually we're quite lucky in terms of having our atomizer that can diffuse oils all time of day. If I was to recommend one, it would be the De-Stress blend, which is frankincense, chamomile and petitgrain. That would be amazing in terms of you know, just keeping you kind of calm, steady-headed, grounded. That would be the best one. So De-Stress, the De-Stress Pure Essential Oil. Another question, let's do a prize now. So we are going to give away now the Hydro Plump Gel Cream and the Hydration Boost Mist. So really 2 great products actually for this kind of weather. One to mist over your skin post cleansing, or on a day, you know, on a daily if you want to kind of have a little bit of a refresh. And then the Hydro Plump Gel Cream, which has been said that it is the perfect lightweight moisturizer. Can anyone tell me what floral water is found in the Hydration Boost Mist? Again, our team will pick a winner at random, so you will get those 2 products. Well, let's go to the next question. Is it best to use a cloth first with balm removal and then just water? Do you know what? It's really kind of dependent, up to you. I actually don't use a cloth. I remove my nourishing cleansing balm with just water, and then do my second cleanse with a water foam cleanser straight afterwards. So it really is, it's unique to you depending on how how you prefer to remove the balm. As I said, free face cloth with any purchase over £35 site-wide. And if you are going to go online tonight, it has to be tonight. There is a Skin 10, which is a £10 off any skincare purchases. That's Skin 10, £10 off skin purchase tonight. I'm going to have a look online to see if there's any other questions. So yes, in terms of if there was one thing that I would kind of say in terms of the skincare regime that we have created, the regime that we've created, is to ensure a really good cleanse. As Dr. Alia said, even if you don't wear makeup, you know, you have the day on you. You have that dirt, grime, sweat, you know, everything, pollutants that sit on the skin. It's so important to get rid of those. Hello. If there's one thing that I would get you to do, just clean your skin and hydrate your skin. So pick a cleanser that you really, really love, that you find is easy to use, whether it be the balm or the Autoform cleanser. The Autoform cleanser is a really good, easy one that you can just leave in the shower, and you can use it to even remove eye makeup. I'm just going to ask whoever isn't on mute if possible. That would be great. And then, so once you've cleansed your skin, the next thing that you must do is have a cream, a moisturizer, something to just put on the skin, replenish, and ensure that, you know, your skin's getting something back as well. So the Hydro Plump Gel Cream being our lightweight moisturizer, and £55. It's got your alpine rose stem cells in there, your hyaluronic acid, so it really holds water in the skin, plumps it out. Super, super light texture moisturizer, which is suitable for all skin types, but really good for anyone with oily combination skin or someone who likes like a lighter day cream kind of a feel. And then you've got your intensive rich cream, plant stem cells, prebiotics in that one. Your thicker textured cream goes on like silk, really, really helps to nourish the skin. As I said, if there was just 2 steps that we could recommend, make sure we clean our skin and hydrate your skin as well. I think we've got one more here. Alia, do you have any concerns about ingredients being absorbed in a bad way into the body?
So I was just about to start typing an answer. So no, I don't have any particular concerns. There's a lot of chat about clean beauty, etc. Maybe this question is referring to that. I think the only thing that people need to be aware of is when you're putting things onto your face, you want to know what it is, and you want to see if you know, sometimes we cannot predict if you're going to have a reaction to something or if it's going to cause a contact allergy. So, you know, if you have a new product, you test it on the inside of your wrist, or you test it behind your ear, and I think that's a nice way just to make sure that you're going to react well to that product, and also to introduce products slowly. If you buy 3 products, you don't have to use every single one of them immediately on the day that you receive them. You could use one on one day, another on the other day, and slowly build yourself up. I hope that answers your question, Nikki. If it doesn't, then, you know, we're still here on the chat.
Thank you. You know what, I like the fact that you just said, and it's really, this is quite key to skincare as well, the kind of allergies and reactions can happen at any time. It doesn't mean that the product's bad, doesn't mean that your skin is bad. It's just the fact that, you know, whatever happens, something's gone wrong and it doesn't sit well with your skin. If you know, and that consistency thing as well, to see results. I think, and other people say, oh, you know, how quickly can I see results? It really does depend on the consistency of use of products, really, and making sure that you're actually utilizing the right one. I think it's really, really key in terms of how we utilize our skincare in the best possible way, to make the best effect, shall we say. We've got another quick question, actually. Thank you for your presentations this evening. Do you have any tips for dealing specifically with menopausal skin symptoms, especially hot flushes? I've got some products that I probably would recommend. Dr. Alia, is there anything that you would like to kind of touch upon with menopausal skin? I think that's quite an interesting topic.
Yeah, so menopausal skin is massively interesting. We could probably do another call and just discuss that topic. But yeah, the key things is that peri and postmenopause, your skin starts to lose some of its structure because it's losing all the hormones that it likes. So it's losing collagen quickly. So if you think of your skin like a building with scaffolding, the scaffolding is starting to reduce. Now, that's not meant to scare anyone, but that is what happens. Collagen, elastin, these are the protein building blocks of the skin. And after menopause, they start to decline because we don't have the hormones to boost them up. Generally speaking, I do find that with menopausal skin, you need to be a little bit more careful. So you need to usually use richer moisturizers than you may have previously. You need to use gentler products than you have previously. Maybe not being too rough with your skin. These are all simple things. Also, as your female hormone goes down, actually, we all have male hormone, and that can actually stay quite high, and it goes down more slowly. And then people menopausally start to develop issues like acne and breakouts, and they're like, why is this happening to me now? So also that balance between the male and female hormones. I mean, you know, obviously with the hot flushes as well, cooling things, so gel textures are very nice. You have to be very aware of temperatures and what your triggers are. HRT, something you can discuss with your GP. There are also natural phytoestrogens that you can that you can take or you can have. So you don't have to always go for HRT. There's also biochemical mimics of HRT that you can look into. So these are some of the things that I would say. But in terms of the flushing, then yeah, definitely cooling textures are better.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, again, I agree. I think this menopausal skin can definitely be another topic that we can take on at least for another hour. I think the kind of key ones that I would pick out for the key ones for menopausal skin, definitely the cleansing balm, just because it cleans the skin super efficiently but really gently as well. That lovely rich texture keeps the skin nice and supple, not stripping back anything from the skin. Definitely with the hot flushes, the hydration boost mist is going to be a must. You know, decanter it, put it into a little bottle, keep it in the fridge, carry it around with you, leave it by your bedside table if it's in the night that you're waking up with those hot flushes. And then definitely an oil. I would go with Pro Calm, especially if you are suffering from those that menopausal acne, any breakouts, any blemishes. Pro Calm, you've got lavender in there, which actually helps. It helps to heal the skin. It helps to take down any inflammation, and it's an antibacterial as well. As well as ylang ylang in there, because you've got ylang ylang helps to balance out the oil production in the skin, kind of regulates everything. So oil definitely would be my kind of night treatment. And then, as Dr. Alia was saying, a richer texture cream, and the intensive rich cream would be amazing for that, to help make sure that you're not, you know, you're supporting the dryness of the skin. But I can't not mention our blend. So the Support Equilibrium was a blend that was created for a menopausal client of our founders. It's a beautiful blend, rose, geranium and frankincense. It's all about balancing the hormones and helping focusing the mind as well. I would definitely recommend that for daytime use. And then in the evening, if you're suffering from hot flushes, the lavender and peppermint bath and shower oil blend, it's superb, really keeps you. And even anybody that doesn't have to be menopausal, hot flushes, if you're feeling the heat, definitely go for the lavender and peppermint bath and shower oil. Last thing you do at night, either in the bath or the shower. It's beautiful. Really, I can't recommend it highly enough. We've got another question. Will you be adding a lip balm to the new range? Fingers crossed. Watch this space. Absolutely, I would love to. I would love to. So yes, it was on our wish list. We're coming right up to the line of our sort of finishing time. I want to do the last giveaway. So this is the giveaway for your full skincare routine. It's worth over £300. And my question is going to be: there is something that runs through all of our skincare, which is extremely important in terms of how the products were created, and it is trademarked to us only. It is made up of the essential oils, the BioActive, and also the skin stress relief technology. Those three make up what in our skincare. If anyone goes online, they probably will see it. Hopefully that somebody was listening. But there is three: the skin stress relief technology. Oh, there we go. We've got one. The BioActive complex and the essentials make up something in that exists in all of the skincare, and it is trademarked to us. So I think we might have had a winner. So for that person, we will be creating your own skincare routine and sending it to you to enjoy. So on that note, if we have not been able to answer your question, please do keep writing in the chat. We will hopefully be able to get back to you at a later date. Just to remind you again that the Skin 10 code is only on single products only. It's only available tonight. So do get online if you want to gain from your £10 off skincare purchases. month-wide, £35 on the site, site-wide. You get your free face cloth and your travel face oil. And on that note, I think I'm going to, Dr. Alia, thank you so much for joining us, especially from your rooftop in the airport. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for your patience as well, and thank you for saying the questions are amazing. I loved the questions.
I agree. Yeah, thank you so much for joining, everybody. Thank you for your questions. It makes it so much easier. And hopefully, yes, I will also be asking for a masterclass for menopause and skin. Definitely. Thank you so much. On that note, I'm going to wish everybody a really lovely evening, and hopefully we'll see you all soon. Dr. Alia, thank you again.
No problem. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for all of your attention and for being so interactive. It's been great.
Appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Have a nice evening.